Another short video. Short because usually I could talk for hours, alright? So a 10-minute video is pretty short. I'll try and keep this short. This is about Steve Jobs, and this is for my brother Ricardo. For other people, this is an example of what I call social artists. A social artist. A social artist, well, like my brother, I suppose, and his partner. He's very entertaining. He does things that are fun for people. He manages to host a family get-together, for example, at Christmas. He just kind of entertains people, but also lets them take part and contribute. You know how you've got people in your family or friends that are like this. They just seem to have a facility where people have fun, or are entertained, or educated, or informed, or blah blah blah. Okay, I call that a social artist because the actual medium of the art is not just a thing. Okay, the medium of the art is people. Okay, and there's no product, there's no kind of result. There is just the event that you're enjoying yourself. Okay, so as an example of social art, I'd like to propose as a global, one of the leading global social artists, Steve Jobs. Okay, now what I'd like to do is post up somewhere over here, somewhere over here. I'm going to post up a video that somebody's posted up on YouTube, and it's Steve Jobs, and it's a commencement speech at Stanford University in 2005. For those people who don't know, Steve Jobs is the founder of Apple. They've produced Macs, they've produced Operating System X, they've produced iPods, and now they're producing an iPhone, it seems. So people are all very excited by it. Most people think about the products. However, well, okay, let's look at the products. For example, if you look at a computer, most computers are designed by committee, and they have that kind of feeling. Whereas Macs seem to be all very well designed. The actual hardware and the software is seamless. I mean, computers are one of the most phenomenally complex things that we've produced, and networks and so on and so forth. And to have a kind of a completely, not completely because it depends on who you are, but a very user-friendly interface, and it's well designed, it's kind of beautiful. I mean, for example, okay, the smallest touches, okay, in Mac, Operating System X. If you, when you actually enter in your password to start with, okay, you put in your name, and if you have a password, and if you get it wrong, okay, what most systems will do is you'll get a little kind of like window saying incorrect password, okay, something wrong with the password. What happens on a Mac? Okay, you're filling in the data, all right, your name, your password, and if you get it wrong, what it does is does this. Okay, what's that equivalent to? The actual window just shakes from left to right. It just indicates no, it's wrong. I mean, a child can understand that. A child can understand that. Genius. Okay? Now, to have seamless, I mean, this completely integrated operating system that is organic, everything fits into everything else. To design something like that with thousands of people, it's phenomenally difficult. And so that's why I think that Steve Jobs is responsible partly for this. Okay? It's like watching a good film, like Apocalypse Now or something, or I don't know, Lord of the Rings or something or other, where the attention to detail is such that it's impossible for one person to control it all. Okay, it's impossible. What they do as directors to make these kinds of films is they enable people to contribute their best, to get the best out of people, and not to be clashing, but to somehow or other contribute cooperatively to produce a fantastically brilliant, holistic thing, whether it's a film or a computer system, something or other. Right. How is this possible? I call these people social artists because most people think about these things as products and as business. But we have to look at this and just go, wait a minute, if it's not just a, if we're allowed to look at the computer as being designed, can we look at a company as being well designed? And I suspect that if I was ever invited, anybody could actually do like a post video that's in Apple. Just post what it's like to work in Apple, maybe. And of course there are people who probably won't enjoy it, but what it's like maybe in California or something, wherever it is that the headquarters are, how it is to work in the system that is Apple, the company, and maybe even working with Steve Jobs. And I think that he is kind of instrumental, because if you just, anyway, right, so if you just look at this video, okay, commensurate, my partner looked at this video, okay, and just thought, what an ordinary guy. He just seems like an ordinary guy. And it's true, it's a commencement speech. He's got like thousands of students ahead of him, next generation, potential consumers, you know, what do you call them? Consumers of his products, okay? So he has a great opportunity to present his company in a good light and himself as being successful and so on and so forth. And what does he do instead? He just seems so ordinary. And most of the people listening just go, what is he talking about? Well, you listen to it and you decide. There he is with an opportunity like this, one of the most successful Americans of last century, this century. Okay, successful, company-wise, I suppose. And there he is, and listen to what he chooses to talk about. Okay, and you decide. Okay, because my guess is, from his products and interaction with his products, from what I've seen and how he talks and so on and so forth, and this video, and what I've heard, I just go, the guy's doing something different. Okay, I can't really explain this. I mean, it's kind of, either you get this or not. Either you kind of like see it or you don't. So anyway, have a look at it, okay? And if there's going to be like a global leader of any kind, Utopia or globally, if it's not going to be the Dalai Lama, I think I would seriously go for Steve Jobs. I think he's a fantastic social artist. So, Ricardo, I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, lots of love.